오늘 저희 뭐지? 토론 시작하기 전에 여기 빈 공간이 있잖아요.
네. 아 오늘 스페셜 게스트가 있다고.
네.
그렇게 영어를 잘하신다고. 그 이름이 어떻게 해야 된다 했죠?
스티브.
스티브. 오케이 스티브, let's get it.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
웃어.
저희 어색한 사이입니다. 어렸을 때 초등학교 6학년 때 호주에서 2년 정도 살았지만 새로운 시도를 해보려고 왔습니다.
아.
그래서 이번 토론 주제는 뭔가요?
Actually, last week I saw from the TV news, and it said quite many animals are getting the blues because they are the animal cage. Some of them are just dying because of the blues. So I think the zoos are not really good facility for the animals.
You know how zoo has a limited capacity and room for all these animals, especially those animals that belong to the wild. But when they come into the zoo, like they're just, as Steve first mentioned, they're just caged in a very limited space. So it does give them the stress, and they actually do get like behavior problems. So I think that's the major problem. So I think that's the major problem. Whether they become extinct or not, it's another matter. But like, you know, zoo itself is not a really good environment for the animals.
You, Alex?
I think I have a different opinion with you. Sadly, to begin with, in modern times, zoos have the greatest significance of preserving species and restoring species. The goal is to increase the population of endangered animals by artificial inseminations, and in this way we can protect endangered species from extinction. And some people might refute that it is humans' fault that leads animals to extinction. And I agree it is somewhat right. I agree it is somewhat right. But there are animals that are difficult to survive by eating limited food.
Okay. Well, I feel like that's just a good excuse for zoo supporters to give. Like, I still think they should be just left in the wild as they were, whether they become extinct or not. Like, it's all beyond our line. Like, they do have a life in the wild, and then you have to take them from their home, bring them to zoo, and then you have to show it to people just for the sake of your children's education. I really don't like the idea of that, and that's the main reason why I'm so against the zoo.
I agree that like the big animals, they stay like elephant or Godzilla. What the f? Like elephant or Godzilla.
My God, Zilla.
You're a monster.
All in her, feel like Godzilla. Better hit the deck like the cartilla.
They
Godzilla.
gorilla. They stay in the cage, which looks like a prison. So I feel heartbroken. But I think there is a way that people can make a optimized environment for animals. This is related to my second point. This is related to my second point. This is related to my second point, that if zoos are abolished, there will be no place where people and animals can meet. So I think zoos will be places where, especially for children, they might think that if there is no zoo, I don't think we can actually see animals in a real day because we cannot go to jungles or Africa to see them.
Okay. What do you think, Steve? About Alex's second point.
Godzilla. I like the coexisting environment. I like it, but actually, like we have to respect those animals living also. They can communicate each other by themselves. Like we don't need the animals' language, right? Like they can coexist by themselves. We don't need to care about whether they die or whether they kill each other because they live like that way.
Alex kept focusing on the functionality of zoo as a place to safely keep the animals, but I want to focus on the profitability of the zoo because they get the entrance fee and then they are run. I mean, like they are the business, so they have to earn money somewhat, and then they do that by showing people the animals. And what they usually do is that they breed new animals because people like those baby animals, and then with those surplus animals they sell it to, I don't know, like animal dealers or something like that. So there are actually very dark side of zoo as well. So although I should say it could be a somewhat sanctuary for the animals, but then as long as there are these kind of dark sides, that's very, very harmful for the animals. I don't think it should exist.
The fact the zoos are pursuing only animal base to make a profit is an excessive distortion of the zoo's function. But if we release all of animals, they will live in all jungle or natural places, right? But in that way, I think they will be maybe haunted by hunters. Yeah, like
But that's illegal.
Pardon?
They'll be punished.
But
zoos, they don't get punished for doing this.
yeah, hunting elephants is illegal, but like hunters, they don't care actually if they don't cut. So when I went to the zoo in the United States, I think their facilities were great, and I saw the reviews that people thought that animals looked very happy. Yeah, because their environments were very similar to the real environment. So
You
I
saw
think
them smiling?
maybe. Can you wrap up the topic?
Yeah, of course. For the previous debate, I felt more persuaded by Alex with his points, but today I'm like totally not sold at all. I still think zoo have to be abolished for the sake of the animals, for everything. Like just, I don't know, it's not right.
When I listen to Sarah's idea, I'm kind of here. Like, I'm kind of here. Maybe we are all looking at zoos at a different side, like like different functions and like preservation things, and so we do have different ideas, but yeah, still, I don't think we really need the zoos. You, Alex?
It feels like 2 versus 1, but it's about the standpoint, whether we see as an observation or preservation, and I think share understanding communications with animals. I mean,
Why do you need to communicate with the animals?
in animal size, they don't care, right? But
Yeah.
for human, I think it is important that learn how to coexist with animals. That's it.
And I said before, when I listened to Alex's idea, I was kind of here, but now, no.
Nope.
토론이라는 게 진지해지고 갑자기 그냥 재밌게 생각하던 것도 와가지고 생각해보니까 진지해져가지고 나는 어디가 좋은 거지? 약간 이렇게 제가 생각하게 되는 것 같아요. 저는 이렇게 토론하니까 또 영어도 공부할 수 있는 기회가 되게 좋게 되니까 다음에 또 제가 나오게 된다면은 재밌게 해보겠습니다. 감사합니다.
알렉스는
역시나 쉽지 않았고요. 이게
그래도 너무 좋았는데 알렉스 저번보다 목소리도 덜 떨고 덜 보고 더 잘 말하고.
그거 응용해서 이제 실제로 말해야 되는 상황을 해야 되는데 아무래도 더 노력해야 될 것 같아요, 생각보다.
이러지 마요. 이러면 끝날
맞아요.
계속
맞아요.
하나 둘 셋.
오늘 세라는 어땠어요? 재밌었어요?
표정이.
오늘도
재밌게
토론했구만. 고맙습니다.